Well, today everybody, in this video I want to share with you guys my signature baritone guitar collection. I'm very honored and fortunate enough to have not only my signature guitar out for purchase, but I also am honored and thankful to have the opportunity to now have a collection. So in this video, I just want to sit down with you all, just document every single guitar of mine that has my name on it, that is my signature guitar, and talk about why I like the specific units. I mean, obviously I like all of them, I designed it, right? But I want to talk about each guitar individually and why I like it specifically and what I have used it for and what I will continue to use it for going forward. Make sense? As always, everybody, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys so much for always being so kind to me. I love you guys so much. You guys are the best. And with that being said, let's bring on some friends onto the show and let's just start talking about some of my signature guitars. So let's get this video started in no particular order. Let's talk about my newest version, my newest copy. This is the XRC6 Erebus in the candy apple red finish. Look at this thing. This thing is absolutely gorgeous. So this guitar, what's interesting is, like, depending on how and where the light hits it, it kind of changes, not colors, but just a different tint of red, we'll say. When the light's kind of off to the side, it's a very dark blood red, and then as it hits it, it's a very bright, in-your-face metallic red. So in case you guys are unfamiliar with this guitar is the collaborative effort with Cerberus Guitars and myself, even more so than the other guitars you're going to see in this video. So what do I mean by that? Well, I have my own unique aesthetic and my preferred aesthetic with my signature baritone guitar, but Cerberus Guitars made a custom one-off and sent it to Adam from Architects, of all people, and he has put it on his Instagram, as well as the Silverburst one as well. So Adam has two of my guitars in the band Architects, but this one was just a one-off, just kind of like a sample that he sent to Adam, and he, meaning Mike. So when Mike hit me up and said, "Hey dude, you want to put that guitar into production?" I was like, dude, absolutely. What do we want to do differently with this guitar compared to what I've done so far in 2023 and 2024? Cerberus Guitars is like, let's make it candy apple red, let's put two pickups in it, let's put a three-way in it, and let's put passive humbuckers in this guitar. Everything else more or less is the same, but that is the main difference with this guitar. And now I have this guitar in drop C, which is kind of weird for a 30-inch baritone. I saw a couple people ask me why I have this guitar in drop C, and the reason is because I wanted to play this guitar live and on tour, and the Elijah music that I play live is predominantly in drop C. So Elijah's music's in drop C and in drop G. So I was already playing a Silverburst XRC6, which we'll bring on the channel here in a second. I was already playing that guitar in the set for the drop C song, but I really wanted to pimp this guitar out. So rather than have this guitar be in drop G as well, I wanted to play it through the bulk of the set just because I wanted to get videos and pictures with it. And yeah dude, so drop C, I have 10 to 46s on this guitar, and it sounds pretty good, man. It cuts like nobody's business. And also too, I'm really happy with how this guitar sounds with the passive Seymour Duncan, Nazgul, and Sentient pickups. Again, that's not necessarily something that I would have as my first choice, but Cerberus Guitars took it upon themselves to put passive pickups in my 30-inch baritone signature, and I'm really glad that they did, because a lot of players love passive pickups, and I wanted to have a new flavor, a different style of baritone for myself. And yeah dude, this thing sounds different than my active EMG equipped or my single coil P90 equipped signature guitar. So if you guys want to scoop these up, they're already sold from the dealer that's selling them, but scoop one of these up while supplies last, while units last. So yeah dude, first guitar, candy apple red. Love this thing. Up next is a 7-string version of my guitar with a really interesting story. So real quick, right off the bat, we're down a cylinder. We only have 6 strings on this guitar because this guitar was a tour guitar, and then somewhere along the way I lost the high E string, and then I just never put it back. So I haven't played this guitar live for about maybe 6 months or something like that. This thing was in storage down in Nashville, Tennessee, and I just got it back home once I got off tour. The tour ended in Nashville, and then I drove from Nashville back home, so I got it out of storage. Anyway, this is technically my first ever signature guitar that I ever got. The story with this guitar is, again, Cerberus Guitars having crazy cool ideas, and out of nowhere, more or less, hit me up and said, "Hey dude, we have a one-off 7-string prototype that we want to send you while your 6 strings are being put into production and being shipped out to everybody who bought one." So this guitar was sent to me in San Antonio, Texas, and I played this guitar for the first time ever live in front of, again, about 1,000 people. Real quick, just so I can cover my tracks here and cover my bases, the first time I ever played this guitar was also in front of about 1,000 people in San Antonio. So I never had the opportunity to play either one of these guitars at home or like do a sound check or anything. I just like showed up and just more or less just let it rip and played it. And I'm really proud of that. I stand behind my design, and if I'm going to put my name on something, I want it to work no matter if I feel comfortable with it or like if I have time with it to do a sound check, whatever. So yeah, dude, I just plugged this thing up, played it in front of 1,000 people in San Antonio, Texas, and it ripped, dude. So this was my drop G guitar with Elijah all of 2024. And what's cool about this guitar, similar to the Candy Apple Red version, is this guitar was then put into production at the end of 2024, and these will be shipping out in June of 2025, I'm told. I really, really dig this guitar, and what's cool about this Silverburst is it almost is like a bluish purple. The color on this Silverburst is different than the other two signature 6-string versions that I have. And this guitar has a 7-string Guitar Marie passive humbucker as well, so again, something different, another flavor that I could use for myself when creating, when writing, etc. But yeah, dude, this 7-string, this is the first one ever. This was my first ever signature guitar. And I love how my signature guitars don't have like any sort of like insignia or anything signifying that it's mine, except for that little XRC logo on the back plate. But yeah, dude, love this thing, the 7-string version. A little bit different than the other ones, not only in terms of color, but obviously an extra string, a unique pickup, and it's technically my first ever signature guitar. Up next is my first production model of my signature guitar, and this one is my number 1. This is it. This is the number 1 version of my 30-inch XRC Erebus 6-string 30-inch baritone. This guitar is most famous for being the guitar in the Like Frostbite music video that Jenna and I shot. So this guitar is in drop F, and this guitar right here is everything I've ever wanted in a 30-inch baritone. So I'd been playing Balaguer baritones and Squier baritones, and I took all of my ideas and all of my feedback from those guitars and put it into this guitar, and now we have an amazing 30-inch baritone. Stainless steel frets, ebony board, side dot lumen lays, roasted maple neck, bolt-on construction, single P90 humbucker size pickup, 1 volume, hip shot, hardware. Love this thing, dude. And this guitar right here, this is the jam. This is the one that Adam from Architects is playing live. This is the one that Kellen from Memphis Mayfire is playing live. This is it. This is the culmination of everything I thought of and everything I wanted in a baritone guitar. Put it in this guitar myself, put it out in production, and I have my own signature 30-inch baritone. Again, it's got the XRC logo, and that's it. That's the only thing that really signifies that it is mine. I didn't want to have my name on it anywhere in the front. I didn't want it to be a walking billboard for me. I wanted it to be subtle, and I wanted it to be a classy, cool, mean-looking guitar, and no matter your genre, you could play this thing. So obviously it's designed for metal and stuff like that, but, if you wanted to play rock and roll, if you wanted to play country, I think you could get away with it on this guitar. Just a very classy, beautiful-looking instrument. This one has not left my home. This one has only gotten studio use, and all of my baritone guitar riffs and original music is written on this guitar in drop F. And last but not least, we have my most sentimental signature guitar. We have my number 2. And if you notice, the big difference here is this one has an EMG in the bridge. Reason why I did that is for a number of reasons. One, when I was showcasing these guitars and when I was playing them live and stuff like that, I wanted to show players that you could swap out the P90 if you didn't want that sound, and you could put in your favorite humbucker in this guitar. Obviously, you guys know I love EMGs, and EMG 81 is my favorite pickup ever. So I put it in this guitar the day of leaving for a fall tour with Elijah in 2024, and I played the majority of the tour on this guitar, again, in drop C with 10 to 46s. This guitar was all over the United States in 2024. This is the guitar that was at the Vegas Festival on the Vegas Strip, the LA Festival, Dirty Fest, and what was the Vegas one called? Like Sound City Lights or something like that. I played this guitar all in drop G in 2025, again with Elijah. So this guitar just got off the road with me, and I've played this guitar every single show since I got it, whether in drop C or drop G. And if you notice, like, this guitar's got some pretty cool natural wear. That's from my strap and, my dog leash clips and stuff like that. This guitar does have some wear to it, and I do try my best to take decent care of it, but it's got a ding there, and it is all scratched up already. and it's only about like 9 months old. But this is it, man. This is the guitar. So I'll be taking this guitar back out on the road in the summertime for Rockfest and the Road to Rockfest tour. There's shows in Australia. This guitar is coming to Australia. There's a couple shows that haven't been announced all over the world. This guitar will be going there, man. So this guitar right here, this is it, man. This is my number 2, my most sentimental, my favorite signature baritone guitar for live playing. I still like the single coil sound, the P90 sound with my number 1, but in terms of like what I'm doing right now as a hired gun and as a guitar player for Elijah, this guitar right here is the jam. And as always, we also have to talk about the J, pretty significant there. You guys who have been paying attention to my personal life know why the J's there, right? So everybody, that is my signature 30-inch baritone guitar collection. I'm very, very honored to have a signature guitar. I love these guitars so much, and I'm just so thankful that I, as well as Cerberus Guitars, we together have created something that really didn't exist yet, just like a high-end production model 30-inch baritone. And anybody who's picked these up, man, seems to love them. So I'm just so thankful at that, so honored at that. And yeah, dude, I'm really, really proud of what we've created so far. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much. Thank you just for taking the time to hang out with me today, okay? All right, everybody, with that being said, I'll see you guys in a video very, very soon. I'm out of here. See you guys next time. Later.